Even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Today,
got your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give up. Now flex. While you dare look in the press, feel to get up in your chest while I soak up my success. Getting tokens for your stress. I be making all the checks. Anytime you see me step on a stage, acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and
well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy this caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Throwing to start the drive. O'Connell swinging this out wide here for Cook. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. So, Charles, this game number 2 in the NFL career, this rookie quarterback, his guys took the loss in the opener. And when asked after that game by reporters how he did, he was pretty curt. He said, not well. What did you see?
Well, first and foremost, I loved his answer to the media because he was being honest. And those veterans in the locker room, they're looking at him to see how he's going to handle things, and they like the fact that he's not blaming other people because I thought he struggled. The only thing that's going to help him, though, reps. No matter how many big games you played in college, how well you do in practice, the reps in the real games, that's when you begin to grow as a quarterback.
The Raiders had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road, but now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw again. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. There he goes, right side. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Going for the deep ball. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
And it'll be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
Rock incompletions on first and second down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
To throw on third down, O'Connell. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
That's good for Las Vegas.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cards are going to have it here at their own 15. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
Well, there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think, okay, he's the guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Dancing to his left, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Max Crosby able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. On second down, Elliott. And some room to roam now. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cardinals. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And there was so much that was impressive about this play, but it wasn't just what he did downfield. How about what he did behind the line of scrimmage? This wasn't a play where he just had a direct path to get him downfield and make the big play. He had to adjust on the fly behind the line of scrimmage. And in the end, that became a tremendous run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a gain of 6.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
The score, Cardinals 14, Raiders 0.
So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Returning it is Moore. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times we watch 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attack.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Raiders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10.
First carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Here's Moore on the return. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. A 1st down carry by Elliott. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now Murray on play action. He's got the connection to Moore. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray. They'll roll him out right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now Elliott. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
They'll try again with Elliott. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Now a receiver in motion left. Murray now, 3rd and goal. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. 4th down, Murray off, and the Cards field goal unit and Matt Prater out there now. Prater's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. You've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. There's Garoppolo to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. The slot man in motion right. On 2nd and 10. Murray. Looking left side. That's caught by Moore. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On play action, it's Murray. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Murray now on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now Murray again. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Raiders are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you can describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And some room to maneuver. And they work this out past the 25. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Okay, every now and then, my defensive bias will leak out here. Abysmal play for them. You've got them backed up, and you let them out.
Don't take advantage. And you know who's happy? The punter. Because if he was needed, they gave him a lot of space to work with now.
Yeah, because he would have had a lot to think about, right? Don't step over the back line and give him a safety. Now he's got room if he needed it.
He's got him in. Complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Raiders to kick off for Arizona.
The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Garoppolo. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. The left side throw complete to Adams. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 35. 15 yards there on the catch and run. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise Nice move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That's caught by Myers. And they move this all the way down to the 9. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. Touchdown! Dawson Knox, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders are back within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. He's going deep for Brown. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. 54 yards on the punt, 12 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. From the 30 on second down, Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Cards are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And this is going to be a Cardinals first down as he gets this up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. The right side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks it right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. as he ran off the field after making that play. We saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
In motion left goes a tight end. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 2nd and 5 from the 8.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Raiders 10.
So a big one coming now for Daniel Carlson. This from 36 yards out. The kick by Carlson is good. And they will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. It's an interesting call there to take the 3. And I guess you're thinking that their hands were tied. But, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
133 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Inside give to Elliott. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they were trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in his own blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray rolling to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Incomplete to Zach Ertz. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 24-yard line.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Cardinals.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. Good gain there on first down and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking. Nice hold for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They go to Elliott again. And he'll work his his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Elliott is in. Touchdown, Arizona.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Now this will be a return from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10. Now Garoppolo.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that would be a fall incomplete.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. He's going to air one out. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. A 20th carry here for Elliott. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
166 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. On the counter, Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Elliott. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Cardinals have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
Prater for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Raiders 13. Matt Prater to kick off for Arizona.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film section in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.